going to be talking about Amazon Go, the new grocery store made by Amazon. They have officially opened it up to the public. There was some speculation a while back, like, oh, we're going to open the store, but then there was a delay. There was at least one delay, might have been multiple delays, but finally opened Amazon Go. This is a very interesting concept. This isn't really something we see very often right now. Go into a store and just walk right in, like you scan your phone using an app, and then just getting the stuff that you need, and then walking out the door. No cash registers, no waiting in line. Usually that doesn't bother me. For some people though, they feel very easily bothered by that. Maybe because I worked in that industry for a little bit, so like maybe I feel more sympathetic to the employees or something. But I don't know. For some customers, they would rather just not have to wait in a line, basically. So, this idea to me is so new. Like, the concept is so new that I'm not fully aware of how it even works. Like, I wouldn't mind actually getting a chance to go to Seattle and go to the store and just walking in and seeing how it works. Because, a couple things. Like, one, how do you buy stuff? Like, I understand there's, like, an app for it on your phone, but, like how does that work, though? How does your phone or Amazon know that what you're purchasing? How do they know what you're purchasing? Is there some kind of, like, scanning barcode on the products themselves that you have to scan with your phone, and then it goes into like some kind of like list or selection of some kind on your phone that you'll pay off or something? Like, I've seen like videos and I've heard it kind of in a vague way how it works. However, though, I don't know the full details about that. So if I had to guess, you pay with your phone somehow, but I don't know what that still entails, though. It's such a foreign concept to me right now. Like, I'm sure it's a foreign concept to many people, especially older people. You know, all your life you've been so used to being able to going to a store and especially in this country, going to a store and you get your stuff, and then you have to go to a cashier and then pay for it there. There's, wait in line potentially, depending on if you have to wait in line or not. There is no, like, you just walk in, you just grab some stuff, and then you walk out the door. So, like, how does that work exactly? Like, that's my main thing is, like, how does that work? How can you just walk in somewhere, grab some stuff, put it in a bag, and just walk out the door? Like, if I had to guess, it's something to do with your phone, but I don't know. That being said, interesting stuff. Really, really interesting stuff. And if this thing takes off, then it's going to be revolutionary. It's going to change the way we shop, potentially. It's going to change the entire retail industry. Physical retail, I mean. It's crazy to me in a way, because it's like, yeah, it is. And how, and if that's the case, how are some other companies going to adapt? Because not every grocery store is like Amazon. Like, some are more niche in what they offer in terms of products. Can they afford to make this transition, to be able to do this? Amazon could do this because they got a lot of revenue. They're a powerhouse. They got their companies diversifying in all sorts of different directions, and this is one of their latest ways of diversifying, by going into food retail. Other companies like smaller niche like food stores, more local grocery store chains, maybe like a mom and pop grocery store chains that have below like 10 locations. Like, how are they gonna like survive? How, like, if this thing really takes off, like, how are they going to adapt? Because smaller businesses like that may not have the resources to be able to do that. Like, yeah, they may not have the resources to do that. I just don't know. And then, this is going to potentially replace a bunch of jobs. People won't have a part-time job, or they won't have a full-time job as a cashier or as a bagger, or something that involves something else that would be taken away. If you're a manager at a grocery store, like, yeah, you'll be fine, probably. If you are in stocking or inventory, you'll probably be fine too. So then what happens to all the people who, you're going to be out of a job, basically? So, like what about them? They still need a job. They still need a way to earn a living. You're just going to, like, kick them to the curb or something? I certainly hope not. I certainly hope that Amazon, at the very least, or some other kind of group or entity, is willing to, make it up to them. Because, Amazon is potentially making people lose jobs. And so what is Amazon going to do, if they're going to do anything at all, to remedy that situation? Is Amazon simply just going to ignore them, like they don't exist in the first place? Like, that makes me feel uneasy about that. So I pretty much have talked a lot about this store, this Amazon Go store, and all these things I've said so far, it's not really anything guaranteed yet. For all I know, consumers may be so used to the traditional way of doing things that they may not care for this Amazon Go store, or maybe it might turn out to be the exact opposite, and it'll revolutionize the retail industry. For all I know, like Amazon isn't even fully implementing this thing in the Whole Foods stores that it owns. So Amazon itself is not fully certain of how this system is going to work out. And I think that makes sense. I agree with Amazon Corp right there in that way of thinking, because why would you risk, doing that, potentially losing business if this Amazon Go store doesn't succeed? So I would rather, if I was in charge of Amazon, I would rather do what they're doing right now. Just have one store open in Seattle or somewhere else and see how well it works. And only time will tell. Only time will tell. Thank you for watching this video on Amazon Go. Thank you again. Be sure to check out my other content, other videos, hundreds of videos, hundreds of hours of entertaining content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.